decoder. If the question says self-concept, self-esteem, or self-efficacy, think personality development. If the question says industry, think Erikson's middle childhood crisis. If the question says friends, peer group bullying, or acceptance, think peer relationships. If the question says rules, fairness, Kohlberg, or moral reasoning, think moral development. Trap decoder. Do not confuse self-esteem with self-efficacy. Self-esteem is self-worth. Self-efficacy is belief in one's ability. Do not treat peer rejection as harmless. Do not treat bullying as normal conflict. Do not ignore family influence during middle childhood. Scenario decoder. Child feels capable because they succeed at school tasks. That supports industry. A child believes they can master maths with effort. That is self-efficacy. A child is repeatedly harmed by peers with power imbalance. That is bullying. A child values fairness and rules and games. That shows moral development. A child defines themselves by skills, school, and friends. That is middle childhood self-concept. Middle childhood personality. Middle childhood personality. Middle childhood personality development includes self-concept, self-esteem, self-efficacy, and emotional development. Self-concept becomes more realistic and comparative. Children compare themselves with peers. Self-esteem is affected by competence, relationships, and feedback. Self-efficacy supports persistence and achievement. Erikson's crisis is industry versus inferiority. Industry means developing competence. Inferiority means feeling inadequate. Emotional regulation improves. Family remains important. Peers become more central. Friendships become more stable and selective. Peer acceptance supports adjustment. Peer rejection can increase risk. Bullying involves repeated harm and power imbalance. Media and online behavior can affect social development. Children become more aware of prejudice and stereotyping. Moral reasoning becomes more rule-based and fairness-based. Religion and spirituality may influence values and behavior. MCQ warning signs. Be careful of answers that say peers replace family completely. Be careful of answers that treat bullying as ordinary teasing. Be careful of answers that ignore school and competence. Core idea. Middle childhood social development centers on competence, self-evaluation, friendships, peer status, family support, and growing moral understanding.